have been attending the summer day program for the past 5 years, and before that I attended the sleepaway camp. So I've been basically coming here every summer since I was 10 years old. These 8 summers have been indelible experiences for me, and I think that they have had a very important part in shaping the course of my life and my purpose in life as I go forward.
My favorite part of the camp is the first day coming back and seeing all the smiling faces. And it's definitely given me something to look forward to.
It's my first time at camp, and I love it. When I'm done with meditating, I feel incredible. Just clears my mind and everything.
I've noticed lots of changes in my life after I started meditating. Meditation helps me with just keeping calm when things get stressful.
This camp's amazing because it kind of helps awaken you, makes you feel so good, and you meet all these nice people, and you're just so calm, and you realize what real happiness is.
This is such an adorable picture. Me being able to see you all is just absolutely delightful. And welcome to the 5th annual Summer Day program. This is special for a number of reasons. One of them is that this is the largest group of children and teens that have ever come together for an SRF program. You are making history.
I like it because we get to learn more about God and girl, and we get to make new friends and do really fun things when we're in class.
Creativity. Looking good.
You still need to make the head.
This is a really life-changing experience for me. I'm definitely gonna come back as long as I can.
Overall, this camp is an extremely beneficial week for me, and this week is like an anchor point. It brings you back to what's the purpose of life, the actual important stuff.
What I do at camp sort of sets the tone for the whole year, so every year as I go deeper and deeper in my meditations and in my understanding of the teachings, I think I get calmer and calmer and more peaceful, and I become a better friend over time.
They do lots of sports, and the stuff that they do at the camp is fun, and you learn from it too.
We have fun activities that we do, and then they seem like they don't have anything to do with the gurus when they really do.
In each one of these activities, we're trying to, with our intentions, expand a little bit about how we think about ourselves and the people around us, so that we can all connect and hopefully get something more out of each situation. Goal.
It's very beautiful to see the parents wanting so much for their children to receive Master's teachings from a young age.
I came to camp because I wanted to learn to meditate better. I think meditation's important because, you get to connect with God and your higher self. When you do meditate, you have a lot of joy, and when you don't meditate, you feel stressed out, and you don't really like your life, and you want to change your life.
The vibrations of the temple, it just feels like you are all alone in one room with Master.
The SRF nuns who teach us and guide us have been my role models, and they're just incredible, and they taught me so much.
They clicked so fast, you wouldn't think these kids knew each other for just 4 days. And for this group, it's most of their first time at the summer day program.
And it also really kind of helps on the spiritual path as well when you have somebody that's both your close friend and a buddy that you can communicate with on a kind of a friend-to-friend level, but this also you can communicate with on a spiritual level.
This is the theme for the week. The best type of yogi is he who feels for others, even as he feels for himself. How many of you want to avoid being miserable? You all do. Well, Master says that to be self-centered, to think of yourself all the time, that's the way to be miserable. Yoga is actually very practical. It's a science of living. And this is part of the science of living that we're going to be exploring this week. And so this is a very practical way of overcoming misery.
Our theme this year is compassion, and it's very applicable to the girls' lives right now as they're facing a lot of different social challenges, even at 7 years old. At the base of everything, it's helping them to remember that Master is always with them, helping them, guiding them, protecting them. We're really emphasizing prayer as the biggest tool that we can use for compassion for others.
Someone is sitting alone and a newcomer has come up in your class and he or she doesn't have a friend. So you can just approach and say, just make that person comfortable.
I'm gonna be kind and be compassionate.
Okay, wonderful.
To me, compassion means, having empathy for other people and being nice to others. Even just a small act of smiling at someone can make their day.
The acts of compassion that we're seeing between the children themselves and how they're treating the teachers is just so beautiful.
Very good. The fog can be a sign of distraction, but what's happening to the laser light? It's getting, but it's still going through, right? Still going through to its destination. So remember that even though if you don't feel that energy that's going from your spiritual eye to the spiritual eye you want to heal, even though you don't feel it, it's happening.
All right, so now what's going to happen is I'm going to change the speed, which means the silences are going to get a little shorter. Silence is the most important part of music.
The spiritual education that we get here is really good, and I think I'm getting closer to the gurus every time I learn something new.
I really like how many funny people there are here, and the teachers are all nice.
So today we're doing a lesson on the compassionate detective, where we're teaching the boys to use the magnifying glass of their awareness to try to see how other people are feeling. And if you know how somebody else is feeling, then you can react properly to them in a compassionate way.
We do lots of art too. We do lots of cool things about Master, like we made clay animals to represent Master's pet.
Being compassionate to like animals, they're really special to us, and even though animals don't know that God is in them, we still respect them because God is in them.
Animals are so innocent, and it's, you know, this activity seems to really open them to thinking about compassion without anything that holds them back. No part of God's creation can be left out of our compassion and our love. When we are compassionate, we bring God's love into the whole world.
Every year in the Summer Day program, we have the opportunity to visit the Encinitas Hermitage.
Did you out here? The pond came up to here.
Let's be inside.
When you go to the Hermitage, it's really peaceful and calm, and you learn a lot of stuff about Paramahansa Yogananda, and that's really exciting and cool.
It's really nice to be out of school, inspired by Master and inspiring the girls to be their best selves.
What touches me most is when I see how much these children are absorbing from their parents. So thank you to all the parents for everything you're doing, and it's just a joy to have your children here with us at Summer Day program.
The reason I come to camp is because every time camp ends, I'm always so inspired to keep meditating and to do even more good than I felt like before I came.
I am the bubble, make me the sea.
Everyone's coming here with a shared desire to just deepen your spiritual journey, something you don't get to do as much when you're at school or when you're at work.
I have been coming here for 5 years, and this is actually my last year at the camp. I won't be here as a student anymore. However, next year I'm planning on becoming a teacher, assistant teacher for the Summer Day program here in Encinitas. And the people here are very spiritual. They have helped boost me, they uplifted me, they have showed compassion, support, love, and brotherhood.